So at the moment we're fabricating some cable trays that are going to carry some of the cables here inside of the data center facility. So we'll just go and take a look over here at the wall where these cable trays are being installed. So we've got one already in up there that's going to come along and go up, and it's going to continue across to the wall above here where the cable will then enter and run above the ceiling into the second room. What we're bringing here in this cable tray is going to be the power that's running to the overhead power bars, which will be supplying the power to our cold aisle containment facility. So the hot aisle containment power, the bus bars will be running from the wall out here and be supported on a structure which will be standing here. So here we are outside with the transformer again. This was moved a couple of weeks ago, but we've had some pretty bad weather recently, some heavy rains, so we haven't been wanting to do the cable terminations outside in that weather. But right now we've got some sunny skies, so today we're terminating and tidying up the cables that are running down here to the transformer. So come on and take a closer look. So you can see here how we're routing the cables inside of the transformer. They're pretty large cables, we cannot bend them on a tight radius, so that's why it's bending around here. And these ones are going to come down and terminate on one side, and then we have another set which will terminate on this side. So we have to be careful how we route these cables, because we want to make sure that the cables are not going to touch the transformers. These can get hot during operation. We've also got an exhaust fan that sits in this area which helps to cool down the inside of the transformer casing, and so we want to make sure as well that we don't get any wires that are going to be hitting that and potentially getting damaged. The wires that are coming down here to the transformer, you see, are following this, and these run back to our main breaker panel. Also up there we've got a pipe that you can see which is carrying power to another area of the data center. We're running it outside as it's the shortest route, and then in through the wall. And then there's another cable tray that's been installed here that comes up and joins up with another pipe there. You can see the green and black wires, and this comes down to the generator. So this is our generator power feed, and this is our mainline power feed. Those main cables that come from the transformer are coming up, entering the building above my head here, and then routed around and are coming down in to the main breaker. So some of you may have seen this in some of our previous videos if you've been following along. So these are the main power cables coming to the main breaker here. From there we have the power distributed to sub panels. And we have a little bit of progress here. Our grounding wires have all been connected up, and these are now fully connected and terminated to the transformer at the back. So let's go and take a look at that. You saw a few days ago we had this open and we were bringing the cables in. They've all been terminated on this side. Now we're working on the other side of the transformer. So one side of the transformer is our load side, which is going into the facility. The other side of the transformer will be going to the main power coming from the utility company. So we've got 480 three-phase coming in, and coming out of the other side of this transformer into the data center is 380 volts. So we're stepping down the voltage using this transformer. This is what's going to carry the power from the electrical room into hall number 2. So hall number 1, the bus bars will be coming from the wall here and running out to the pod, which is in front of me. The cables running in this cable tray will be going into the next room over here, which is hall number 2. And in hall number 2, where we have our cold aisle containment, will be powered by those cables. Over the past couple of days, the electrical team have been working on the connection of the transformer. This is the main input side. So what we have coming in here is going to be the main power feed coming from the utility company. So that's all been routed out of here. You can see the cables running up the cable tray, and they're coming across. And at the moment, we've got them over here. So these are going to be ready to be terminated at the service entrance for the power that's going to come from the utility companies. And you can see now from this angle, on the other side we have the cooling fan, which I mentioned in a previous video. So we have to make sure as well that none of the cables are going to interfere with that fan, obviously get cut or damaged there.